Pro Angler Spinnerbaits Part 1. How to tie multiple and single hooks for your spinnerbaits. Hey Chris, you got a few minutes to show us how to tie our hooks onto those spinner harnesses?
Yeah, I got a few here. I'm right in the middle of things though, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I noticed you've been working hard there.
I'm giving her here. It's kind of caught me at a bad moment here, but yeah, I actually got the light on things here, and I'm getting her done a little bit. But anyway, yeah, the important thing is you got to learn your knots and your snell knots and stuff for your spinner harnesses. And that's the cool thing is how big a harness you want to make, how many pieces and stuff like that. And the number one key thing to the spinner harness is 12-pound mono is a good all-around number. The other thing is you want to work at probably about a 3-foot to 4-foot leader. So you definitely want some length to it. So you just grab some leader material out of your line tamer, of course, and start in with a nice treble hook. You know, just pick whatever size fish you're after. I'm after big fish, so I like a little bit bigger hook. Knock the varnish out of the hook eye. And try that again. So go from the back side forward, boom, done. Pull her all the way up. Don't be afraid to get her too close because it will have movement. Make sure your line is on the top of the back. Okay, and what you're after now is you're going to take and pull it down alongside the hook shank on one side, in, come around the bottom, lock it tight to the hook, and make your 7 turns. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Each one just in front of the other one. Hold your extra tag of line so it stays tight. Again, from the back of the hook forward, slide her down, and hang on to that loop and make sure it stays behind the whole turn. You don't have to pull it tight, just crimp her up a little bit. Get a hold of your back treble again and start cinching her up. But then don't cinch her tight until you've examined the loops, moved them forward, examine them, and then just keep holding pressure and slowly and gently work them hook loops in where you want them. Then what you want to do is you want to center that hook, because see how it's kind of flopping? So you want to adjust the line on top of the back of the hook where she belongs. Then at this time, now you're ready to snug her down and you'll have yourself an inline snell. But I like 3 hooks, and a treble hook is considered 1 hook. There's your second hook, it's a body hook. So now we're going to need a head hook. So we're basically going to do the same thing. Face your hook forward, take your mono and come from the back of the eye through the front of the eye, pull your rig right on up, and you want about 2 to 3 fingers between hooks when you're walleye fishing. So you'll set it at 1, and when you get done it'll be at 3 fingers, 2 to 3 fingers. Mono on top, mono down one side, up the other side, 7 deadly wraps, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hold the line, tag from the back of the line forward, pull, and same thing, let her cinch up slow. When you're doing the cinch up, it'd probably be good to give it a little spit shine to slide that baby in. And like I said before, as you pull and cinch that back loop first, you're going to hang on to the eyelet and slide her, and now you're going to be the 2-finger measure again. Take and adjust it so it's pulling off the top, then turn around and pull your mono at the same time you pull your back one, and work them loops up onto your eyelet. And what you'll have is you'll have your hook harness set up so she's tracking one up, one down. And what you want to do is readjust these guys until you get the one up, one down method.
So now that, Chris, that's a 3-hook system. Obviously most, in fact almost 90% plus harnesses or spinner harnesses have only 1 or 2 hooks. Where would you use that 3-hook system?
Well, the 3-hook system, what's really beautiful is a lot of areas like Erie, you know, where most of the tournament trails start out at the year, I would use this 3-hook system out there. The fish are big, and anytime you're fighting over 5 to 6 pound fish, you want a big treble. But a lot of areas you're going to say, okay, this is a lot of hooks. Maybe I'm only allowed 1 or 2 hooks. Well, because of my Snell system, if I'm not in Erie or the Great Lakes, or if I'm in a lot of timber, I don't want this many hooks. So what I'll simply do is not tie the treble on. I'll simply drop down and snip off my back treble if I only want a 2-hook system. It's that easy.
That looks like a system that's found in most crawler harnesses or walleye spinner baits.
Yep, walleye spinner baits and stuff like that, the standard unit is 2 hooks. You put the head of the crawler on, you let the other hook float free. That's the cool part of the system. The trick is to always center these things and get them to behave. Don't be afraid to torque on your knots, and get them to behave so they hang there like they mean business. If you take and pull her, she'll sit there where she belongs. And like I said, she'll always track straight, and that's what you're really after, is a straight tracking spinner rig. So there you go, folks. Nice and simple. It's easy. It just takes a little bit of practice. That is a very easy method. You get a hold of us guys at Pro Angler. We'll have a little dib on it. We could probably send you something on it to help you walk you through the steps, or just replay this video in slow mode. But that's all there is to building a crawler Snell rig.
Hey Chris, any way you could show us how to tie those that Snell knot onto those hooks using a little bit bigger line so we can see how you did that?
Yeah, I guess I can. I just happen to have a bigger treble. Okay, tying a Snell knot the old-fashioned way, the easy way, is to pull your tag through your hook, layer over the top of your hook. Here's the cool part. Make a little loop down, pin it, 7 deadly wraps, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, here's the cool part. You pin it, push the tag through the eye again from the back side. Okay, before you get excited and just hammer this thing down, we're working with rope, so it's a little different. But what you want is you want to pull on your tag end, and that'll technically slide everything up. But what we got to do here is we got to physically work this through, because the rope's a little bigger for demo. And then you're basically pulling that to lock it, and that's how it acts normally. And what you're after is when you get done tightening this girl down, the main line, not only does it pull on just a little bit of your hook, but it pulls a little bit on itself, and it'll never really come out of there. You can see it now. You know, and that's about 150 pounds. I mean, you can basically pull back your bow. You're not going to wreck that thing. And that's basically your normal Snell.
Great. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Anytime.